So how many of you are completely new to Power BI? Just put me in the chat. How many of you have never used Power BI before? Okay. Anybody else is completely new to Power BI? Okay. I can see some participants are completely new to Power BI. Faisal, Asha, Amita, Jain. Okay. No problem. Even if you have no idea what is Power BI, at the end of this workshop, you guys are going to walk out knowing a lot about Power BI. Okay. You're going to know how interesting Power BI is, how easily you can create reports in Power BI. Okay. So let's see what exactly is this Power BI. So Power BI is one BI tool. What is this BI? BI means what in this? Here BI means exactly. This is BI means business intelligence. Okay. This is a business intelligence tool that is going to help you turn boring data into cool interactive visuals like charts, graphs, and dashboards. Okay. So now here you are able to see something like boring data. Okay. This word is used. Now what this boring data is, see. So usually we have data stored in SQL tables or CSV files like that, right? So I'm going to show you one data set. Okay, now look at this. Here I'm opening this Excel workbook. So how does boring data look like? Okay, so boring data looks like this, generally in the form of tables like this. Okay, we have rows and columns, some words are there. Okay, so here we are having some data, right? So this is how boring data looks like. Fine, we are able to see what is happening here. We are able to see the order ID, when the order was made. Okay, who is the customer, from which city, from which country, from which state the customer is ordering, from which region. All this data we have, right? But the thing is, when you have boring data, you will not be able to make decisions. You can just look at this data, that's it. Okay, if you want to make any decisions, for example, the manager asked you. Okay, the manager asked you, here category is there, right? If the manager is asking you, furniture category is doing well in which particular region, you will not be able to answer that by looking at this boring data, right? Or if the manager is asking you, tell me uh, tell me office supplies. Okay, or if the manager is asking you, tell me from which category we are getting highest profits. Fine, in using, just by looking at this boring data, you will not be able to answer all these complicated questions, right? This is where Power BI comes into picture. What this does, it is going to help us turn this boring data into cool interactive visuals. Okay, that is what Power BI does. Okay, and using Power BI, we will be able to answer a lot of complicated questions literally within seconds, which I'm going to show you guys in this workshop. Okay, so what all you can do in Power BI, it allows you to take data from multiple places. Okay, so in Power BI, you can load the data from multiple sources like Excel. The data could be sitting in Excel or it could be sitting in different databases, all this. So now in this series, mainly we are going to cover these five things. Okay. So mainly we are going to cover these five: data preparation and cleaning, data modeling, visuals, DAX, and Power BI service. So now wherever Power BI is tested, whether the Power BI is tested in interviews or when you are working in a job, okay, or you're taking Microsoft PL-300 certification, mainly these are the areas where you will be tested on. Okay, so This is what you need to master in Power BI. These are the main five things: data preparation and cleaning, data modeling, how to create visuals in Power BI, DAX, which is data analysis expressions, and Power BI service. Okay, mainly you will be tested on these five things. Okay, so in today's class, because this is just intro to Power BI, we'll be seeing how to create some of the visuals in Power BI. Okay, so why do we use Power BI? So one simple answer: we use Power BI to take raw data, to take boring data, and we want to understand that data better so that we are able to make decisions. Okay, so if you are managing data and if you need quick insights, you want to understand what is happening with the data without drowning in numbers. So if you look at this boring data, we just have a lot of numbers, we'll not be able to understand much. Okay, but with the help of Power BI, you will be able to understand what is happening, and then you will be able to take meaningful decisions. Okay, that is what Power BI is for. What is data modeling? Can you explain? Yes, I'll explain today, Abhilash. By using this data set, today you'll understand what is data modeling. Okay, first let me load, and then when I load this in Power BI, I'll be able to explain much better. Just a little bit of patience, you'll understand what is data modeling. Okay. So, what are the advantages of Power BI? Why should we use? It is very, very easy, very, very simple to use. Okay, in today's workshop, you're going to understand how easy it is to use Power BI. Okay, literally just drag and drop. Even DAX is very, very simple to write. Okay, it connects to almost everything. You can get the data from various sources, SQL tables or CSV files, Excel. You can get the data from almost anywhere. Interactive dashboards. So what you can do, if you click on one visual, all the other visuals around it are going to respond and only show whatever you want to see. And updates automatically. You can actually, whenever something is getting changed in the data, and then you want that to be reflected in your dashboard, that happens very easily in Power BI. Okay, so don't worry if you're not able to understand everything like interactive dashboards, updates automatically. Just leave it. When we implement this, you're going to understand that this very easily. Okay. It is great for teamwork. So whenever multiple people are working on a particular thing, Power BI is service is really great where people can collaborate on a particular work. Affordable. Power BI desktop is actually free, but if you want to use Power BI service, that is also very affordable for you. And very interesting and important part, you can use AI features in Power BI. Okay, these are some reasons why you should choose Power BI. Okay, so now let me load Power BI desktop. So if you guys did not install this, it is very, very simple. Just go search for download Power BI desktop. You guys will be able to download this. Okay. Yes, I'll share this for your reference. Okay, don't worry. So guys, now observe this. Look how we have this data. Okay. So here we are having list of orders. So whenever we order something from Amazon or Flipkart, always a unique order ID is generated for us, right? So that is this unique ID. So when this particular order was ordered, on which date, which customer ordered it, from which city, which country, which state, from which region the customer is ordering, and the segment. There are three types of segments in customer we have. Consumer segment is there, corporate segment is there, and home office segment is there. Okay, so corporate segment means maybe a particular company is ordering something. Maybe a particular company, let's say Tata, is ordering 100 chairs, right? That is a corporate order. Consumer means us. Okay, we individual people are consumers. Okay, some offices can be running from home, that comes under home office segment. Okay, and here we are having ship date. When did the person order? The person ordered on 1st Jan 2017, and it was shipped on 5th Jan 2017. It took 4 days for delivery. Okay, ship mode is there, latitude and longitude of that customer is there. But if you observe this, if I ask you how much we get in this order, Will we be able to tell? Are you guys able to see any profit column here? Or if I ask you how much sales happened in this order, will you be able to tell? Look at this and tell me. Will you be able to answer if I ask you how much sales, how much is the sales amount from this order? Can you see any sales column here? No, there is no sales column, right? We do not have any sales column here. So what is happening here is more data related to this particular order is there in this next sheet order breakdown. Okay. So here, if you look at this, at last you're having 7039, right? So more details related to this particular order is there in this sheet order breakdown. Okay. So what particular product is sold in this order? How much discount was given? How much sales is done? How much profit? Okay. How many of these particular products are sold? That is quantity. Category, subcategory, more details. So in this particular sheet list of orders, some details are there and few more details related to this order are there in this orders breakdown here. Okay. Profit, quantity, sales amount, all these details are there in this next sheet order breakdown. Okay. Is this clear to everyone how we are having this data? Did you guys understand this? How the data is arranged? So sales is, yes, it is per unit. Correct. Okay. The sales amount is only for one product. Okay. Here, three are sold. Okay. So more details related to particular order. Okay. For example, here at last 313 is there. More details related to this particular order is there in this next sheet. Okay. Here we are having this, right? So these two sheets are connected with each other. Can you see any common column here? If you observe here, we are having this order ID and here we are having ID. So both these sheets are connected using a common column. Okay, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to load this data in Power BI. So once you open Power BI desktop, you can click on this blank report. Once done, you can get the data from this import data from Excel. You can simply click on this and get the data from here. So here is orders data. You simply need to click on that and load it here. Yeah, I'm going to share. I'll share the file. So now observe this. As I told in this Excel workbook, we are having the data in two sheets, right? First is this list of orders. Second in this is this orders breakdown. So what I want to do, I want to load both these sheets in my Power BI. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a check on both these sheets because I want to load both of them. Okay. I'll just check this and then simply click on load. So both the sheets are getting loaded. So this area you are seeing, right? This area is called as canvas. Okay. So whatever visuals we are going to create, all the visuals will be created in this area and this is called as canvas. Okay. So, and this is a visualizations pane. Whatever visuals are provided to us by Power BI, all of them you can see here. Here pie chart is there, donut chart, table is there, matrix. Okay. And different types of column and bar charts are there. And this is data pane. Whatever data we load, all that data will be visible to us here. Okay, right now the data is getting loaded. Once it is successfully loaded, you'll be able to see that here. Is there any other alternate way to import? Yes, there are. So Either you can click here or you can click on this get data. Here also options are there. Okay. So we don't want to talk about all of them. How to get the data from SQL Server, XCSV, or blank query or Dataverse. We'll see all of them step by step. Okay, but here we are just getting the data from one source, which is our Excel workbook. Okay, so you can click here. These are the other alternatives where you can import the data from. Okay, let's look at this. Once I've imported the data, here I'm able to see them here. Okay, so what we are going to do, so is now observe here in this I want to create these visuals. Okay. So this is showing us, this is only a simple card. This is only a simple card here. So this is showing us how many orders are there. Okay. So now if I go check my list of orders, if I go to my last row, how many orders are there? 4117 orders are there. Okay. So we are not going to count the first row because this is order ID. Total 4117 orders are there. Okay. So now I just want to display that count. Okay. So if you just want to display that simple count, here you are having this card option. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'll click on this card, and in this list of orders, I'll open this. Here I'm having this order ID. So I want to display the count of this in this card. So either you can do a drag and put it in the fields, or you can do a long drag and put inside this. So once this is done, we want to get the count 4117. But what this is doing, this is giving us the first order, first order ID. Okay. But we don't want to see this. We want to get the count. So what will you do? Here you will open this drop down. Here you will change this to count distinct. Okay. So here it is showing us total these many orders are there. Right. So now somebody asked me what is data modeling. Now observe this. We have loaded two sheets, right? We have loaded two sheets, list of orders and orders breakdown. Okay. So these two sheets have a common column. What was that column? List of orders and orders breakdown had a common column. What was that? Here, orders breakdown has ID and list of orders has order ID. Okay. Here we are having this common column. So now these two sheets are actually connected using this order ID. Okay. Now here, what I want to do by using this column chart, clustered column chart, I want to know, here I want to know from each region, how much sales we are getting. Okay. For example, from north region, how much sales I'm getting, from south, how much, from central, how much. Okay. From each region, how much sales I'm getting, I want to know. So I'll drag this region in x-axis. Here I pick this clustered column chart. I'll drag this region into x-axis. I'll put the sales in y-axis. So now when I did this, so do you guys think I'm getting correct answer here? So if you want to look at label, you can go to format your visual and data labels option. I'll turn this on. Okay. So observe this from all three regions, from central region, north region and south region, I'm getting this much sales. Do you think this answer is correct? Yeah, I'll explain that. Okay. Don't worry. I'll be explaining where we'll use each chart. Okay. Exactly. This is not correct. From each region, we are getting same sales answer. So obviously this is not correct, right? So why we are not able to answer this correctly? Because if you observe what is happening, the region is there in this list of orders and sales is there in this orders breakdown sheet. Right now, I'll go to model view. These both are not connected with each other. Okay. Because these both are not connected with each other, that is why we are getting incorrect answer. Now, what we should do, we should make a connection between these two sheets. Okay. So how do you make a connect? How do you make a connection? You'll simply drag this order ID, put on top of this ID. Once done, here it is going to make a connection. So here it has automatically shown what is the common column, and cardinality is one to many. So I'll simply click on save. So what exactly is this one to many? So one to many means here in this list of orders, okay, the values are unique. They are not repeated. But in this orders breakdown, this order ID, what is happening is same order ID is there is a chance that that is getting repeated multiple times. Okay. So that is what is this one to many cardinality. So here I'll click on save. So once this is done, you'll notice that a line will come in between these two sheets. So now, once I've made a connection, let's go back to our report view and see. Now, did you observe here? Once I made a connection, what is happening? Now I'm getting correct answer. From central region, I'm getting this much sales. From south region, this much, and from north region, this much. Okay. This is only called as data modeling, where we are making connection between two sheets so that we are able to get the correct answers. This is only called as data modeling. Okay. Was this clear to everyone? Did you guys understand this? What is data modeling and how did we get this answer? I think Abhilash asked me this, right? Don't we use primary key? That concept is there in SQL. So you can think of this like that only. Okay. We can think of this like that only. Okay. But in Power BI, we'll not use like primary key, foreign key. We'll just say common column. That's it. Okay. What about others? Did you guys understand what is data modeling? How did we get this answer? Can I get a quick yes or no from everyone? We'll move to the next visual. Okay, great. Okay, now observe this one interesting thing in Power BI. One interesting thing in Power BI is if I click on one, let's say if I click on South. Now, did you see that this visual is only showing us how many orders we are getting from South? Okay. If I click on North, this visual is showing us how many orders we are getting from North. Okay. So this is called as interactivity. Now I'll just put this aside. So like this here, few more cards are there. Here it is showing sales amount, cost, and profit. So let's quickly create those cards. Here, I'll put one more card. Yes, this is called as interactivity here. I'll put this here in this. I'm going to show total how much profit we got. Okay. So now if you want to put more decimal points, you can go to format your visual. So if you want to make any changes in that visual, here is this option, format your visual. You can simply click on this, call out value, value decimal places, I'll put 2. Here I'm going to get 2 decimal points. Okay. So like this, we will put sum of cost. Here we'll display sales amount as well. I'll put 2 more cards quickly. So in this, I'm going to display sales. Okay. So, and we'll also put cost as well. We'll put one more card here. Okay, cost is not there here. We'll actually need to create a new column. Fine, we'll not touch DAX today. I'll keep this like this only. Okay, I'll remove this. Okay, guys, if you want to find out cost, what is the formula for cost? Sales means what? Sales means profit plus cost, right? Sales price is what? Profit plus cost, right? Similarly, cost is how much? What is the formula for cost? It is simple. Sales minus profit. This is going to give us the cost, right? So if you want to see the table view, so this is the report view where you'll be able to see all the visuals here in the table view. Here, if I go to this orders breakdown, here you'll be able to see we do not have cost. If you want to do it, you can simply click on new column here. You can simply click on new column. So we are creating a new column. So here I'll give this column name as cost. Cost equal to, in this orders breakdown, the formula is sales minus orders breakdown profit. So here I'm creating a new column cost. Did you see? What did it do? Here it is doing sales minus profit. Okay, we are getting this answer. So here I've created a new column cost. So once I've created this, I can display this in my card like this. So what is the total cost? Here I'm able to display that. Okay. So this is, so what is this cost? Sales minus profit. This is your cost. Okay. Was this clear to everyone? Did everyone follow till here? Any questions? Okay, great. So I'll remove this. If you want to delete a particular chart, you can simply click on that and press delete. Okay. Now, if you observe this here, what is this showing? What is this chart showing? This chart is showing us from each subcategory how much sales we are getting. Okay. From each subcategory, how much sales we are getting. If you want to display that, here you are having this clustered column chart. In this, from each subcategory, from each subcategory, how much sales we are getting. I'll put the sales in y-axis. So here we are able to see highest sales we are getting from bookcases. But what we want to do, I also want to see profit. How much profit we are getting from bookcases, copiers. Right? When I hover, I'm only able to see the sales. If you want to see profits also, here you're having this tooltips. You can simply put the profit in tooltips. Now, when you have done this, here you are able to see from bookcases how much sales and how much profit you're getting. Okay. Now, if I click on one visual, all these visuals are showing what is happening. Okay. So here, if I click on this from storage, what is happening? It is displaying that. Okay. So let's put this here. So now we are, this is how simple it is to use Power BI. Okay. Just drag and drop. You just need to know where to put that thing. Okay. This is how simple it is to create visuals in Power BI. Okay. Now, if you observe this, this is a table visual which is showing us from each customer how much sales amount, how much cost we are getting, how much sales amount we are getting from each customer, how much cost. If you want to see how many orders you are getting from a particular customer, this you can answer using a table visual. Here is this table. So what I'm going to do in this table, I'll put the customer name. So here we are getting all the customer name. If you want to see how many orders we are getting from this particular customer, you can put the order here. It is displaying order ID, but we want to get the count. Here I'll change this to count. So here from this customer, how many orders we are getting. If you want to see how much sales you're getting from each customer, you want to see how much profit you're getting, you can simply put it here and we'll be able to see that in this table. Okay. So next, let's create this pie chart. What this pie chart is displaying, it is showing us how sum of quantity by region. From each region, how many products are sold. It is displaying that. Okay. So let's display this pie chart. I'll put this pie chart here. So in this, what we should do here, value, what value you are showing? You are showing sum of quantity, right? You simply drag this quantity into values. So total products sold are 30,000 something. Right now, you want to see from each region how many products are sold. You'll simply drag the region into legend. When you do this, here they are divided into fractions. So from central region, 55.51% of products are sold. Okay, right? From north this much, from south this much. If you click on this, did you see? Or it is reflecting in all the other visuals. Now, all the other visuals are only showing the data for south. Okay, here I'll click on the central. All the other visuals are changing. They are only displaying what is happening in central region. Here I'll click on north. It is reflecting in all the other visuals. It is showing what is happening in north. Right? This is how simple it is to create visuals in Power BI. Next, if you observe this, this is line chart. So what this is showing, count of order ID by year and quarter. Okay. So now what does this mean? Say, let's put a line chart here. I'll put a line chart. So in this, I'll drag the order ID into x-axis. Okay. So, or let me do here, I'll open this hierarchy. I just want to know from each year how many orders I'm getting. So I'll put the order ID here. So in 2017, we are getting 755 orders, 2018 this much, 2019 and 2020 this much. Okay. Now what I want to do. So now in 2017, I'm getting 755 orders. Okay. In this year, I'm getting 755 orders. But in this year, at the end of first quarter, how many orders we are getting? At the end of second quarter, how many? At the end of third quarter, how many? At the end of fourth quarter, how many orders we are getting? I want to know this. So what you should do here, under this year, drag this quarter. Now, once you have done this, here you are able to see in 2017 quarter one, we have sold 119 orders. In 2017 quarter two, 186. Okay, in 2017 quarter three, 230. And in quarter four, we have sold 167. Okay, in all the four quarters, this is what is happening. Okay, if you add all this, if you add all this, you are going to get 755. Okay, so this is how easily you'll be able to see what is happening using Power BI. Okay, right. So we have already created 70% of this report. So last few things are there. Let's see how do we create them. So now if you observe, these are slicers. Okay. These are called as slicers. They work like filters. Okay. So here what I'm going to do, I'll put this slicer. So in this, I'm going to display the order date. Let's say if somebody asked you, so I need to click on this. Only then I'll be able to see the field option of this. I'll drag the order date and put here. So now if you observe this, we are seeing the data from 2017 to 2020, right? But if somebody asked us, this is the start date. The first order we got on this date, the last order we are getting on this date. If somebody asked us how many orders we are getting in only year 2018, or how much sales, how much cost, how much profit we are getting only in the year 2018. So simply what you will do, you'll drag the end date to 2018. You'll drag the start date to 2018. I'll change this first Jan. I'll change the end date to 31st December. So did you see all this data is what it is only the data of the year 2018. Okay, this is what is happening in the year 2018. Okay, now you can change the end date and get this back. So this is acting like a filter. Just by few drags, we are able to manipulate a lot of things and we are able to understand a lot just by simple drag and drop. Okay, Was this much clear to everyone? Are you guys able to understand what is happening? Any questions? Any doubts still here? Okay. If there are no questions, we'll move to the next part. Now, this is also a slicer. Okay. So now we are having, if you want to know what is happening with different ship modes, so you can do that using a slicer. Here, I have the slicer option. I'll put one more slicer and I'll drag ship mode. Yes, I'll explain. Okay. So here, I'll put the ship mode in this. So now if you want to see what is happening only for economy ship mode, you simply need to check this and all the other visuals are responding to this. Okay, you are only able to see what is happening in economy plus ship mode. Okay, if you want to get back to normal, simply uncheck this. Now last one thing is there, this map visual. So now if you want to see from each country how many orders we are getting. Okay, so let's say I'll pick bubble map. Here I'm going to pick this bubble map. Okay, in this, I'll drag this country into location. So when I did this, here it is showing us bubbles. From what all country we are getting orders, there we are getting a bubble like this, right? But if you observe, bubble size is same for all the countries. Okay, bubble size is same for all the countries, right? Now what we want to do, if we are getting more orders from a particular country, I want that bubble size to be bigger. Okay. Or if you are getting fewer orders from a particular country, you want that bubble size to be smaller. So how is that possible? Here you are having this bubble size. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll simply drag order ID, put this in bubble. So what is happening if you're getting more orders from a particular country, that bubble size is bigger. And if you're getting less orders from a particular country, that bubble size is smaller. Okay. So if I click on France, you'll notice that we are only seeing the data of France. Okay. If you want to get it back to normal, simply click on that again. Right. So now last thing is we are going to see how to put a title. So here, if you want to put a title to the dashboard, here you are having this text box. You want this map visual. Okay, I'll show this again. Pay attention. Here, there is this bubble map option. Click on this. Now, from what all countries you're getting orders, you want a bubble on that particular country. So what you will do, you'll say you'll put location here. You will put country on location. So when you have done this, from what all country you're getting orders, we are getting a bubble there. Okay. Now, if you observe, bubble size is same on all the country. We are having the same bubble size on all the country. But what you want is, if you're getting more orders from a particular country, you want that bubble size to be bigger. If you're getting less orders, you want that bubble size to be smaller. So then what will you do? Here, you're having this bubble size. The bubble size should be dependent on how many orders you're getting from that country. You'll simply drag this order ID, put this in bubble size. Once this is done, from France, you're getting more orders. That is why bubble size is bigger. From France, you're getting 991. And from Norway, this bubble size is smaller because you're getting very less orders from here. Okay. Is it clear now, Ruchita? How did we create this? What this is showing? Any other questions? Any other doubts? You guys have till here. Okay, now last thing we are going to do, we are going to see how do we put this title to a dashboard. Okay, if you want to put this title, here you're having this text box. You'll simply click on this. You'll simply click on this. Once you click on this, see, you can adjust the size here. You can adjust the size here. Here you can write this name as SN. Okay, and then you can select this text and then increase this size. What is the use of ship mode? Okay, there are different ship modes here. For example, here economy ship mode means what? Economy ship mode means this is the cheapest type of ship mode. Maybe this will take longer days for, it will take a long time for delivery. Economy plus is better than this. Okay, and then priority is the quickest type, a bit quicker than economy and economy plus. Similarly, immediate is there, that is the fastest type of delivery. Okay, this ship mode is like that. In order date, which visual used can you, are you talking about this one? Are you talking about this one in order date, or are you talking about the first, are you talking about first one or second one? This one. This is slicer. Okay, here I've used slicer. Here you're having this slicer. Okay, I've used this. So somebody asked me what is drill down. So I'll show you what is drill down. So today I'll talk about what is drill down. I'll talk about drill through in the next classes. Okay. So observe this. Drill down means what? Here I'm going to click on this. I'll put order date here. I'll put the year here, and then here I'll put orders. Yes, correct. That is what is time intelligence. Okay, so time intelligence generally it is there in DAX. So there are different year function. Okay, time, year, LTD, all that DAX functions related to time, that they are called as time intelligence functions. Okay, we'll talk more about that in DAX module. Right. So now if you observe this here, now we are going to talk about drill down. Drill down means what? Right now, in this particular year, how many orders we are getting? Let's see. Here I'll open this data levels. In this year, I'm getting 755. But I want to see in 2017, in quarter one, how many orders we're getting, quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four. Right now, I will not be able to see that because in this x-axis, I'm only putting this year. Now what I'm going to do, I'll drag this quarter also. Now when I've done this, see I'm getting some buttons. Okay, here I'm getting some buttons. When I put this quarter under this year, I'm getting few buttons. Now if I click on this 2017, okay, now observe this. Here what I do, I'll click on this first button. Once I click on this first button, and now when I click on this 2017, what it will do, it will show me 2017 in different quarters what is happening. So did you see here? This is only called as drill down. In this year, in different quarters, how many orders you're getting. Okay. Now you want to see in quarter two. Quarter two means what months? April, May, and June. Right. So in quarter two, how many orders we are getting in different months. Right now, I'll not be able to further drill down because in the hierarchy, I'm only having till quarter. I'll drag this month. Now I'll drill up. Drill up means going back from quarter to year or from month to quarter, quarter to year. So I'll click on this. Now I'll click on this 2017. You'll be able to see what is happening in different quarters. Okay. Now when I click on this quarter two, I'll be able to see in quarter two in April, May, and June month how many orders we are getting. I'll click on this. So here you'll notice that. Did you see here in 2017 in quarter two in different months how many orders we are getting? Okay. Now this is only called as drill down. There are more options in this. I'll talk about these more options in the upcoming workshop. But for now, just know this. If you click this, you'll be able to go down the hierarchy. Drill down means from year, you'll be able to see what is happening in quarters. From quarters, you'll be able to see what is happening in month. From month, you'll be able to see what is happening in day. This is called as drill down. Now, if you want to drill up, here there is this option to drill up. We are able to see month wise what is happening. If I do drill up, you'll be able to see what is happening quarter wise. If you drill up, you'll be able to see what is happening year wise. Okay. So this is only called as drill down and drill up. Was this clear to everyone? What is drill down, drill up? Okay, great. Guys, any other questions in today's class? Okay.